Hold on. Don, we're live.
All right, at this time, will Sergeant start recordings, please?
PC recording started.
Thank you. Recording to the cloud has begun. And good morning to everyone and welcome to today's remote New York City Council vote for the Committee on Mental Health, Disabilities, and Addictions. At this time, would all panelists please turn on their videos for verification purposes? And to minimize disruptions, please place all electronic devices to vibrate or silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation. Chair Lewis, we are ready to begin.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's hearing. I'm Councilmember Farah Lewis, Chair on the Committee of Mental Health, Disabilities, and Addiction. Today, we're considering two pieces of legislation aimed at addressing some very important issues. Intro number 2141A, sponsored by Councilmember Carlina Rivera, in relation to removing outdated clinical language and to repeal paragraph 2 of submission of section 555 of such charter in relation to the report on the establishment of the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. And we're also going to hear introduction number 2442A, sponsored by Councilmember Diana Ayala, in relation to establishing an Office of Community Mental Health. Intro number 2141A would recognize that in 2010, Congress passed Rosa's Law, which changed references to mental retardation or MR and specified federal laws to intellectual disability in recognition of the fact that the term MR is archaic, insensitive, and stigmatizing and clinically outdated. With respect to the city's consolidated laws, the terms appear in 10 sections across the charter and the administrative code. The proposed bill would remove references to MR and substitute the term intellectual disability or intellectual and developmental disability as applicable in such sections. Intro number 2442A would require the mayor to establish an Office of Community Mental Health, also known as OCMH, within the executive office of the mayor or as a separate office or within any other agency or office headed by a mayoral appointee. OCMH would be charged with the following duties and operations: request and receive the assistance of any other agency or office, develop and support the implementation of strategies to close gaps in mental health care, develop interagency policies and practices to promote mental health, decrease any barriers to mental health care that may prevent access among groups identified as being underserved, and perform any other relevant duties as the mayor may assign. Additionally, OCMH would be responsible to ensure interagency coordination with DOHMH or any other office or agency. This bill would require the establishment of Mental Health Council to advise OCMH on issues relating to mental health and mental health care and facilitate coordination and cooperation among city agencies. Finally, OCMH would be required to annually report to the mayor and the speaker of the council and to post on OCMH's website a report identifying critical gaps in mental health care that are preventing New Yorkers with mental health needs from accessing and staying connected to care. I would like to thank the sponsors of these bills, Councilmember Carlina Rivera and Diana Ayala, for your leadership. I would also like to thank the community members and advocates who champion these important pieces of legislation. Finally, I would like to thank my colleagues as well as my staff, Legislative Director Christia Winter, as well as Council Committee staff, Senior Counsel Sarah Liss, Legislative Policy Analyst Christy Dreyer, and Financial Analyst Lauren Hunt for working on these bills. Now I'll turn it to bill sponsors if they would like to make statements on their bills. All right, seeing none, now I'll turn it over to the clerk for roll call. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote. Committee on Mental Health, Disabilities, and Addictions. Both items are coupled. Chair Lewis.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Ampry Samuel.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Ayala.
Sorry, I vote aye.
Thank you. Riley.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Dinowitz.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Borelli.
I vote aye.
Thank you. By a vote of 6 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, both items have been adopted by the committee. And Madam Chair, that is a full committee.
All right, thank you, everyone. Have a good day.